So good morning, everyone. Welcome to a Friday morning on the Brilliant Businesses podcast. My name's Nick Bryant, and this morning I'm with Laura Gamlin. Morning, Laura.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to see you. Laura is from STR Refrigeration, and they specialise in the design and the supply of commercial and transport refrigeration systems. Been going since 1997, and Laura actually joined the firm as an accounts assistant in 2005, and now owns the firm with her husband. So it's a fascinating story. Tell us about that, Laura. Give us that journey.
Yeah, exactly what you said. I put myself through college and did an AAT, which is an accountancy accreditation.
Okay.
And as my first role, I applied for a position at Turner Refrigeration.
Right.
And then, worked from the accounts admin. The company was obviously different to what it is now.
Yeah.
But there was a large group of guys, and I worked with the owner and the manager, running sort of the finance side.
Yeah.
And then just sort of grew from there, learning sort of each element of what they were doing.
Yeah.
And
I guess you learnt the whole process really, and which made it so easier for you to do what you do now.
Yes.
Through there. So that was in 2022. You sort of purchased it.
Yes, so the business changed back in 2020, and obviously COVID hit.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I was managing the group of guys in Howsham in 2020, but obviously as COVID came along, we sort of diversified, and the engineers were out and about because they still needed our services, which was good, and we worked from home. And then we came back into the office, and I managed it from then.
Okay.
And then the opportunity arose.
Yeah.
And Mark and I thought, well, it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, especially as you know the business so well.
Yes.
And probably a challenge for Mark though, because he didn't work in that industry, did he? He come from something else. But
yes.
So what's it like working with your husband?
We still like each other at the moment, so it's all good.
At the moment, yeah.
No, I mean, if I could work with anyone, obviously I love working with Mark.
Yeah.
We've always got on. We always communicate.
Yeah.
So it just seemed the perfect opportunity to be able to do something together.
Yeah.
And I think we work well with each other. He's very good at the skill set that he's got, and he's amazing at what he does. And I've always done what I've done within the business, so it didn't change for me as much. But for Mark, it was just a great opportunity, and he thrives in the sales side and the marketing and people skills, and all of that. So it works really well.
Because he's got those sort of different strengths that fit into each other.
Yes.
If you were both the same, it wouldn't work, would it? Because you've got different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with us in the background, obviously, we've got the engineers that are out every day.
Yeah.
Great group of guys.
Yeah.
And there's Mark and I in the helm back in the office behind the computers doing what we do. So,
yeah.
Really well.
And it must be tough because it is a male-dominated industry, the refrigeration, isn't it?
Yes.
So do you come up with any challenges with that?
Well, when you say challenges, I don't know any different.
Of course.
So obviously, I've been in it from day one, and I do see the challenges that are there. But I think within the refrigeration industry, there are more and more opportunities for women to be involved.
Yeah.
And I think the cold chain industry are doing a lot to entice, college goers, women in general to look into this career, because it's a great career to be in. And as I say, it shouldn't be, looked upon as a male industry. Just unfortunately it is. But
just
as I say, you just got to roll with it.
Yeah. Well, it's a thriving industry as well, isn't it? So many opportunities. Yeah.
And as I say, I don't think women should
shy away from it.
Yeah, exactly.
No. So 2022, you took it over, other than building through 2020. So achievements in first year. I mean, you've grown quite a lot since you guys have taken it over.
Yeah, I think we've done really well. What we wanted to achieve, what we looked to achieve, we've definitely achieved that, and maybe more than what we had expected.
Excellent.
And that just comes down to the team. We've got a great group of engineers that know exactly what they're doing. Their skill set's brilliant, from what they do day to day to just their customer service, their ability to just think on the spot. Yeah. It just really, really helps us grow with the team that we've got behind us.
Yeah, they've got to be reliable. They're out on the road representing you all the time,
All
aren't
the time.
they? Yeah.
Yes, that's what we say to them. You know, as soon as you get into that sign-written van with your sign-written,
That's it.
know, you are representing the company, and they do. You know.
Now, you've got a competition running at the moment, which we want to talk about. Let's try and drive some more traffic to it. Tell us about the competition.
So we are giving any person who goes onto our website and logs on a free air conditioning unit.
Okay.
Fully supplied and installed, an LG air conditioning unit.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just making people aware that aircon's not just for summer.
Yeah.
You know, it'll keep you warm in the winter.
Yeah.
Keep you cool in the summer. And as I say, once you've had aircon, you won't go back.
Absolutely.
It's a game changer.
Yeah. Just going back to competition. So, do they do it through your Facebook page, or do they?
Facebook or the website.
Just the website.
Go onto the website, or there's
a form on the website.
Yes. There's
okay.
a page on the website.
Okay.
Or you can go through our Facebook link.
Okay.
Just put your name.
Get down there.
On there.
Sign up.
The draw is, I believe, the 30th of May.
Okay.
So we'll be drawing one lucky winner.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I didn't realise about aircon, and you just mentioned it, about people having it in their homes and keeping them warm.
Yes.
And the difference in cost may be having an aircon unit to keep you warm rather than central heating. It's a big difference, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
You know, we could go into the numbers and the statistics, but yes, basically, with an aircon unit, you're warming up or cooling that one space.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you are just in a room of an evening, why heat the whole house?
Absolutely, yeah.
When you can just bring it down to temperature, and it's a lot quicker. And the benefits, you know, it filters the air, it cleans the air.
Yeah.
There's a lot of benefits to it.
Yeah.
But people don't realise that. I think they just think it's stick it on in the summer, keeps you cool, and away you go.
It's not that,
but
is it?
no, there's a lot more benefits economically for it, financially, and as I say, they're a good little piece of kit.
Yeah. And also, if you're having some fitted residential, you don't pay VAT, is that right?
No, so the government are doing a VAT-free incentive for all heat source, and obviously aircons are a form of heat.
Yeah.
So they are a form of heat source. So yes, any aircon installation in a residential is VAT-free.
Even better.
Exactly.
Even better bonus. So that competition, if to win that's cool for people, and it may lead them on to then, you know, telling their friends and family about it, and other people coming to you to have aircon fitted.
Yeah, it's just one of the avenues we do. But
Yeah.
it definitely helps the domestic side.
Yeah, because you really got 4 key services, haven't you? Commercial, transport, and you hire stuff out in the aircon. I won't keep you for too much longer. What do you enjoy about it most, Laura? What's the best part of this job or owning this business for you?
Best part. As I say, the group of guys, they're great.
Yeah.
So it is good to have a good team behind you.
Yeah.
And I think it's not knowing what you're walking into every day. You know, with the account side, yes, I know that everything has to be done at some date. But when it comes to the reactive side, you know, I could have a customer phone up one morning and something's gone wrong, to, you know, we're talking to another customer who's a chocolatier and he wants, you know, a lovely cold room built for his amazing creation.
Every day's different, I guess.
Every day is so different. And the challenges that we have to sort of overcome.
Yeah.
I love all of that sort of stuff. So
Excellent.
it's
cool.
Good.
That's good. Well, thank you for sharing it with us, Laura. Thank you for coming on the podcast. We're going to get Mark in now, and we're going to hear his side of the story. But thanks very much, and we'll chat again soon. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye. So, Mark, thank you for joining us on the podcast. Thank you for coming in. It was incredible hearing Laura's story about how she came from accounts admin to where she is now. But let's hear your side of it. How your journey started, and what industry were you in, and how you got to where you are with the business.
Yeah, for sure. So I started off as an engineer in the telecommunications world. Did that for a few years, earned my stripes and learnt a bit about the business.
Yeah.
From there, I moved into working for a large retail organisation. Spent a couple of years with them. Again, learnt a little bit more. Always trying to improve my knowledge and my experience within the industries.
Yeah.
Then I was lucky enough to go and work for at the time, the chairman of the Telecommunications Federation of Great Britain.
Wow.
And that really was, if you like, the launch of my career and move into management.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough there to look after accounts like the BBC, McDonald's restaurants.
Nice.
We used to look after all of those. and towards the latter stage, the royal family of Dubai.
Wow.
So that was a massive eye-opener for me, and a real experience. I moved from there, went back into the retail world for a while. Went to work for a company that operated globally around the world. I was very lucky to travel and see some pretty cool places. But I was always looking for something. I was always looking for a company that shared my vision and values of what I wanted to deliver.
Okay.
So I was introduced to a tech company and took a small short-term contract with one of their customers. And that came to an end. And they said at that point they were considering starting a part of their business that they thought would fit perfectly for me.
Okay.
So I remember saying to the chap, "Yep, no worries, I'll give you 6 months,
and
then I'm going to move on." 15 years later, I was still there. So that business grew up to 50 people.
Wow!
And
you played a big part in that, obviously.
Yeah. It was a great place to work. I was privileged to work with some fantastic people. I learnt a great deal, and then February last year we took over Simon Turner Refrigeration, myself and Laura.
Which is where you are now.
Which is absolutely.
So Laura's already explained a bit about it, but Simon Turner Refrigeration, just in a nutshell, what you do and how you help people.
Yeah, absolutely. We're experts in all aspects of refrigeration and air conditioning. So we have 4 parts of the business. Commercial refrigeration, easiest way of describing that is anything that chills or freezes on a commercial scale that you can reach into, walk into or drive into. Second part of the business is transport refrigeration. So again, anything commercial, but on wheels this time, from a small van all the way up to articulated lorries.
Okay.
Third aspect of what we do is air conditioning. So predominantly in the residential domestic market, but we go up to small commercial. And then the fourth aspect of our business is refrigeration hire.
Okay.
So we have a fleet of refrigerated trailers, from chilled all the way down to -20. And we have a fleet of refrigerated vehicles from small van, medium, large. And through a strategic partner, we have access to articulated lorries, etc.
Okay, right. So they're all the strands of the business. Do you have many competitors? What makes you stand out from others?
We do. I don't think we have many competitors that do the full range of services that we offer.
Okay.
That's our USP, if you like.
Yes.
There are lots of aircon companies. There are lots of static refrigeration companies. As far as I'm aware, there's not that many that offer the 4 different divisions.
Okay.
And we are truly 24/7, 365.
Right.
So we never switch off, and we pride ourselves on our response times.
When you never switch off, does that mean that you never go on holiday? Does that mean you don't have a private life? What does that mean?
Just about
you work with your wife as well, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah, I have the pleasure. It's the commitment we made.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
We knew it was going to be a big task, but after years of working for other people, I knew it was something we wanted to do. Laura, as you know, has got 18 years experience in the business, and it was just a natural transition. So it's been good. We don't switch off very often. We tend to get away Christmas, New Year in between that little quiet period.
That's nice, that downtime, isn't it? Because no one's working.
Exactly. Good but time. We still have guys on call. So
of course,
that's it.
And what sort of challenges have you faced along the way? What can make a day difficult for you?
The initial challenge for me is coming from a tech background into refrigeration.
Completely different industry, isn't it?
Completely different industry. So I've kind of made it my mission to learn as much as I can. In the rare downtime that we get, I do spend that time learning the industry.
Right. Okay.
I've got some fantastic guys that I work with. I've become the apprentice, if you like. And they're training me up slowly but surely. I'm learning all aspects, from the technical side to the commercial side of the business.
Okay. And what does the future hold for the business? You just keep doing a good job, keep building, keep getting stronger.
Absolutely. I mean, we want the business to grow. We need that to be organic growth and more of a strategic growth. I've been in an industry and a company that grew very quickly. The downside of that is there's growing pains that you didn't foresee
Yes,
coming.
of course, yeah.
Yes, we want to build the business. We had to almost go back to grassroots with the new logo, the new website,
Yeah.
all the new sales collateral.
Yeah. All rebranded.
All rebranded,
Yeah.
all our vehicles branded and wrapped,
Yeah.
so that we start to look like the company that we are, and we're going to keep building on that.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you like about it the most? What's the best bit for you?
Well, I have to say, working with my wife.
Yes, of course you do. She's right here.
Absolutely. No, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
For me, having a company that shares my vision and values, and the company is built on 3 core values.
Okay.
And that's honesty, integrity, and customer service.
Nice. Yeah.
And that's something I've kept with me throughout my career, and it's something that we've portrayed and embedded in every company I've worked in, and those companies have been successful. So we're keeping that same methodology, but doing it, being in charge, being in control.
Yeah.
Has its good points, has its bad points.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. One more question I wanted to ask you was the geographical area that you cover. How far do you go out?
It's a pretty large area. So
Yeah.
all of Sussex, all of Kent,
Okay.
all of Surrey.
Oh, right. Okay.
We work on behalf of certain manufacturers as well, where we cover all the way down to Devon, Cornwall, all the way up to London.
Okay.
Our area is pretty massive.
Right.
All of our engineers have fully stocked vehicles, so a lot of repairs can be done immediately at the roadside if it's a
Okay.
vehicle,
Yeah. Yeah.
and on site if it's more of a static
Okay.
solution.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, thanks, Mark. It's great to see you and great to have you on the podcast. If anyone's got any questions about refrigeration or need any help with it, then Mark's your man, obviously.
Absolutely.
They can contact you through this podcast and also through your website, which is strrefrigeration.co.uk?
No? STR
Yeah.
limited, the word limited,
Yeah.
.co.uk.
Okay, all right, and all the details will be under this. So
Perfect.
thanks again, Mark.
Thanks, Nick.
Good to see you, and we'll see you for another podcast soon. Thank you.